Sue McCarty here, registered holistic nutritionist, and I'm coming at you today with another health tip. Today we're going to be talking about metabolism. What is it? How can we make it faster? That's what we all want to know. Let's dive in. Metabolism is basically the sum of all chemical processes in a human living being that are required to sustain life. Or, in layman's terms, how many calories your body burns every day to sustain life. This is highly individual. This is based on your age, your gender, your genetics, your lifestyle, your activity level. If you don't know what your metabolism is, I can help you figure that out. Come and see me at the Caledon East Family Chiropractic Clinic. So metabolism is broken down into 4 subcomponents. Component number 1 is what's called your BMR, or your basal metabolic rate. And this is basically how many calories your body requires to sustain life and nothing more. So if you were lying in bed all day, not moving, not eating, not digesting, that number of calories is your BMR. And it equates to the majority of your calories burned every day. It accounts for 50 to 60% of your calories burned every day, or 50 to 60% of your metabolism. So if you've come to see me at the Caledon East Family Chiropractic Clinic, chances are I've calculated your BMR. So that is if you're lying in bed, you're not moving, you're not eating. It's basically the calories required for your heart to beat, for blood to flow through your body, for you to breathe, just to sustain life, nothing else. The second component of metabolism is called TEF, T-E-F, which stands for the thermic effect of food. So every time you eat, your body burns calories to help you break down that food and digest it and absorb it. So that is called the thermic effect of metabolism, and that accounts for about 10% of your total calories burned per day, or 10% of your metabolism. Factor number 3 is called NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this is basically all other movement in your day. This is any walking that you do, if you take your dog for a walk, or you're moving around, cleaning your house, going up and down stairs, you're fidgeting. These actually represent a decent chunk of your metabolism. So NEAT represents about 15 to 20% of your total calories burned, or your total metabolism. So we want to keep that number as high as we can. And the final category is called EAT, E-A-T, which is the exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is how many calories you burn in formal exercise. Now, people actually usually overestimate how many calories they're burning during exercise, but it doesn't generally represent a great percent of your metabolism. It's only 5 to 10% of your daily calories burned. So often people will add 1 or 2 workouts per week and think they're going to start losing all this weight, and it's simply not true. You just don't burn enough calories to make that big a difference, unless you're like running for an hour or 2 every day, which is very hard to sustain, and who has the time for that? So those are the 4 components of metabolism. So now the burning question: how do we increase your metabolism? I don't know about you, but that's my personal goal. I want my body to burn as many calories per day, no matter what I'm doing. That's my goal in life. And I'm sure that's what we're all interested in. So I'm going to give you my 5 top tips, plus a bonus, of how you can boost your metabolism. So number 1, we want to make sure you're consuming the proper amount of calories per day. If you're eating too many calories per day, you're going to feel sluggish, you're going to feel tired, you won't be able to lose weight. Conversely, if you're under eating and not consuming enough calories, that can also be counterproductive. I've dealt with several women over the years that are consuming 800 calories a day in an attempt to lose weight, thinking, okay, I'll cut calories and I'll lose weight. Well, your body is pretty smart. So when you're eating 800 calories, that's never going to be enough to sustain life. So your body starts to slow its metabolism down to meet your calorie intake of 800 calories. So it's actually counterproductive, and you end up with a slower metabolism. So if you would like to find out the proper number of calories you should be consuming every day, come in and see me. I'm happy to figure that number out for you and with you. Strategy number 2, you want to be strength training. So I'm a big advocate of strength training. It doesn't have to be with dumbbells. It could be with body resistance, bands, any sort of resistance training where you're putting your muscles under stress to build more muscle. Because I'll give you a tip. Muscle is the only metabolically active tissue in your body. To put it in numbers, if you have a pound of body fat, that if you're lying in bed all day, that pound of body fat is going to burn about 2 calories per day. That's not a lot in terms of your metabolism. That same pound on your body, if it was made up of muscle and you're lying in bed not doing anything, is going to burn close to 50 calories per day. So that is a huge difference. So we want as much muscle on your body as possible to keep your metabolism higher, but there's also so many other benefits such as functional strength, mobility as we age, and aesthetics, of course, too. So again, this is something I can help you with. If you're not sure where to start, you should be strength training 2 to 3 times per week. And that's a huge metabolic boost. Strategy number 3, we want to be eating more protein. So every man, every woman that I've pretty much ever worked with nutritionally is not eating enough protein. So protein actually burns the most number of calories to digest, to break down, to absorb the nutrients. So it gives you the biggest boost for your metabolism when you eat protein. So some of my favorite examples, if you are vegan or vegetarian, hemp hearts. These are easy to sprinkle on soup, salads, in a smoothie. 4 tablespoons has about 16 grams of protein. There are vegan protein powders and whey protein powders. You will never find me at Dr. Scott's without my chocolate protein shake for an afternoon snack, 20 grams of protein. I love lactose-free Greek yogurt. 3/4 of a cup boasts 17 grams of protein. Any sort of lean meat, 4 to 6 ounces, where the palm of your hand is going to give you about 20 to 25 grams of protein. And eggs. If you're just eating 1 egg and thinking you're getting a good dose of protein, think again. 1 egg only has 6 grams of protein. So when I eat eggs, I'm having 2 whole eggs plus a half a cup of egg whites to give me 25 grams of protein. 1 serving, by the way, of protein for an adult is about 20 to 30 grams. So up your protein. You should be having some breakfast, lunch, dinner, and probably once at an afternoon snack as well. Moving more. Strategy number 4. Talking about that NEAT or non-exercise activity thermogenesis and what a huge deal that can be to your metabolism, like a huge boost. We want to be just generally moving more throughout the day. That's a big extra calorie burn. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Walk further away from the store and just get those extra steps in. Take a few micro 10-15 minute walks throughout the day. Just move more in general, and you will be shocked at how much that adds to your step count and your daily calorie burn. Remember, NEAT makes up 15 to 20% of your daily metabolism, so just move more. A great goal is 7,000 to 10,000 steps per day. And number 5, drink more water. That's the very first video I made for Dr. Scott, was about how much water you should be consuming on a daily basis. So go back and check that out if you've forgotten. But we want to be well hydrated. There are so many health benefits to being hydrated. Your cognition, your joints are more lubricated, more temperature regulation. But did you know that drinking 1 to 2 cups of water will actually boost your metabolism by upwards of 25% for the hour after you drink that water? That's pretty huge. So you should be drinking regularly throughout the day. There you have it, my top 5 tips to boost your metabolism, but I'm going to give you a bonus. From a food standpoint, spicy foods, so adding a little chili peppers or hot spice, is going to give you a slight metabolic boost. And drinking green tea also gives you a slight metabolic boost. Now, these effects are not huge to your metabolism. It's just a slight blip in additional calories burned. But hey, what the heck? I love green tea, so you're never going to find me without one of these. And if you like spicy food, that's bonus for your metabolism. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 tips, plus a bonus on how to boost your metabolism. If you're interested in finding out your basal metabolic rate, or how many calories you should be consuming every day, or how to increase your protein, please call the office and come and see me at the Caledon East Family Chiropractic Clinic. I hold office hours every Thursday from 2 till 6 p.m. and I would love to meet with you very soon.